I doubt very seriously you're going to get a huge following within 90 days unless you just, very special superstar,
You marketed that thing
Yeah.
very, very well.
Right. And even still, you don't want it to be deleted and gone out of the stratosphere within 90 days. So you're probably just going to have to go ahead and pay for that service.
Welcome to Charlotte Podcast Studio, where today we're diving into the essentials of starting your own podcast. My name is Tay. I'm the studio manager here at Charlotte Podcast Studio.
And I'm Shamar, Tay's trusty sidekick.
We're going to break down 3 key points to guiding you through the process of setting up your own podcast. We're going to start with the niche or the main topic. We're going to go from there and talk about we're going to give you a guide. We don't want to just talk about it. We want to give it to you for free. Free game. Take this. I was going to say something.
Right, me too. I know what it was.
in the industry. So the first thing we're going to cover is how to edit your first podcast. So that's what the topic is today. That's what we're going to go over today. I'm going to leave the rest of that.
Hey, listen, right, because it was about to come out of my mouth so quick. Yo, all right, first off, let's talk about what a niche basically is, right? Yes. A niche is your main focus, the subject or the main topic, right? So what are people coming to your podcast about? One, you'll probably hear us reference these people because both of us are fans of this podcast is Drink Champs, right?
Yes.
So Drink Champs, they are a niche podcast. They focus on the culture. They focus on interviewing relative stars, celebrities, hip-hop artists. It started with hip-hop artists, but it kind of expanded more. That's why I say now it's the culture. So they're interviewing hip-hop artists and everything and people from the culture during those times and giving the backstory, So it's kind of like, I forgot that show, but I think it's called Behind the Music or something. So they're giving their real-life experience and takes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, niching down is focusing on one main topic, and people will be aware of what they're tuning into each and every time they come. They're going to return because you are focusing on that topic that they want to hear about. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like Drink Champs. I kind of like Ben Shapiro, too, because he does not play. Mm-hmm. He don't care how you feel. He going to say what he says. And according to him and his site on YouTube and IG, he gives you hard-hitting truth in a comprehensive, conservative, and principled fashion. That's a lot to try to remember.
Okay, yeah.
That's a lot. But with Ben Shapiro, you know he's going to give his opinion.
Yeah.
But he's also going to come with facts. He's not just sitting there talking and rambling. Mm-hmm. The guy's smart on a completely different level. I don't know if I want to get to that smart level. Mm-hmm. I mean, this dude remember numbers. Gotcha. He remembered things that most people wouldn't even remember. But I'm done. I'm not even gonna go there. But
somebody's fanning. I gotta go check him out because I have no idea who you're talking about.
You serious?
I'm so serious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll check that out. Okay.
Then go watch his sister.
Oh, he got a sister. Sister Shapiro. What's her name?
I can't remember what her name is.
Sister Shapiro.
Now, but when you see her, you know they're related. You know they're related.
All right. So now that y'all understand what a niche is, we want to talk about the first point, which is choosing the niche or the topic for your podcast. It's very important when you're choosing that because that is going to set the stage for your entire journey. For us here, we are focusing on educating people, building community within the podcast space, specifically the video podcasting arena as well, right? And so you can come here and get the topics on podcasting in this one, how to start one, we'll dive into that. But that's setting the stage of what's going to happen in future episodes and down the road. And your community, your tribe, if you will, that's what they'll be coming for, right? So your audience needs to know that in the beginning, and then they will actually help shape what that is after you've already determined the niche, right? This content has to be appealing to somebody. I wouldn't focus on, this is just my personal advice to you. I wouldn't focus on what you think is popular or what you think everybody else is doing. You got to focus on what you are interested in, what you might be passionate about, and what you enjoy. Because if you try to jump on the bandwagon or whatever, you're going to get burnt out of that. You ain't going to want to talk about it. Because I'm not about to start no podcast about pop culture because I really don't care what be going on. I don't care what they wore to the awards.
Who did what today.
Right.
Oh, Kanye ate a cheeseburger. I like cheeseburgers, so what? Right. Cardi B did this, and Nicki Minaj, and
yeah, it's not for me.
Taylor Swift. It's not at the top of my list of things to talk about.
Right.
I'm just going to spend, for me personally, again, personal, I'm not going to take the majority of my life and spend it researching somebody else's. That's just me. Yep. I mean, if you do it, it's cool. Nothing against it, but that's just me personally. Yeah. I'm not doing it.
So you got to dive into what is interesting to you,
Yep.
I'm not a big sports head, so I'm not going to sit here and have me no sports channel. I do like photography, and I like, I'm not focused mostly on the gear, because even in the realm, right, like we talked in the last episode, you can dissect these genres in so many different ways. I wouldn't focus on gear. I would just focus more so on like composition and, how to tell a story through the lens and things like that,
Right.
So yeah, make sure it's tied to you. That's what I say, because that'll make you want to do it,
Yep. It doesn't matter if it's business, knitting, cats, a specific breed of dog.
Do you know how many people be watching these cat videos?
Cat videos are freaking crazy. You see the last one? I saw one this morning, and it's like the baby is sitting on the cat, and then the baby slapped the cat, and there's this narration going on behind it. It's like, free slaps. No free slaps today. No free slaps today. But if you want to spend your time on your podcast talking about cats, who's to tell you that you can't?
Exactly. Somebody gonna listen.
A lot of people are gonna listen. I'm not a cat fan,
right?
Because when I was younger, a cat jumped up on me, scratched my face. I can deal with cats, but I'd rather not.
Yeah.
But you sit me with a dog, I'm good.
Good to go.
But yeah, let me get off that.
I'm about to say, you just bash the cats?
Nah, cats are cool. I just don't care for them personally. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to make nobody mad.
Right.
So the reason we're spending so much time talking about a niche is because that is the number one thing you need to get right. Now, if you want to take that time and just say, well, I want to talk about, let me see something, video. I want to talk about videography. Okay, well, you can start out talking about the whole scope of it, and then you have to figure out, like you said about photography, right? I don't want to talk about gear.
Right.
I want to talk about composition and how to tell a story. Right. So whatever it is, you need to know somewhere, I'll say within the first 5 episodes, start figuring out how to narrow that thing down to get a very specific audience. Because I don't want to come listening for gear, but you telling me how to frame my shot.
Yep.
I know how to frame my shot, but I want to know what gear is going to get me more excited and get me, quote unquote, more money, But that's why we're spending so much time on it. So knowing what your niche is, the next biggest thing is to focus on the equipment, focus on the software, the things that you need for a podcast. And I'm going to say the main thing that we're talking about with this is the audio part. We can go over camera stuff, but for the most part, the audio part, because we're talking about
podcasting.
Yep. So, for instance, like the mics that we have, it's $100 mic. You can get it almost anywhere. They have different colors. I saw a red. I saw a black. The standard silver. I'm wanting to say I saw blue, and if I didn't see blue, it's because I was really hoping they had blue. So don't quote me on that. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Let me see. You got the what is it? The infamous Shure mic. Is it the MV7 or is it the SM7B? I think it's the SM7B, right? The one that's
Yes.
like 400.
Yep. That's $400.
You don't need that to start.
Yep.
Honestly, if you got, let me see, you can go on, what's that thing? Because I don't have it. TikTok. My cousin
The
told me about it.
TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok. You go on TikTok, and there is like a mic set that you can get that plugs into the charging port. I was about to say the audio jack, but we don't have that anymore. You plug that into the audio jack. I mean, I still
Charging
say it.
port.
The charging port of your phone, and it acts as a receiver for mics that are probably as long as your finger, and they work pretty good.
Yeah. You got many options when it comes to mics. Now, here's the thing. It depends on your budget, right? So, yes, that's Shure. Listen, it's a great sounding microphone. However, this one is too. You know, this is the pod mic that's $100, like Tay stated, but you can still get quality audio out of this particular mic. So, do your homework, do your research, and based on your budget, that's when you get the mic you want to get. But let's be clear, it is important to get quality audio because that's what a podcast is.
And that's the main thing with a podcast. That's the main thing about audio in general. Doesn't matter if it's music, a podcast, an audio book. If you do not have your audio correct, no one is going to be willing to even listen.
Absolutely not.
If it's think about bootleg movies. You remember bootleg movies?
Oh, yes.
As long as that audio was good, even when you look at bad films, let's just say Tubi, because a lot of people talk about how Tubi movies look.
Yes.
As long as that audio is good, the dialogue is good, the subject is, I guess, captivating, people are going to listen.
Yeah.
So make sure, please, people, make sure you get your audio correct straight out of the gate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
According to your budget.
And to me, you know, for this space, right, we have 6 of these pod mics. It was more important to be able to get more mics so we can secure more guests, right, or accommodate more guests, if you will, because you're talking about the Shure, that's $400. Well, we got 4 mics for the price of that one Shure, you know?
Right.
And the gap in quality is very minimal. Like, if you compare the pod mic and the Shure, that quality difference is not a $300 difference. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So that's why I was like, hey, let's go ahead and go with the more budget friendly. And now we have 6 and we can accommodate 6 guests versus, you know, let's say that same budget or what we would have got at max 2 mics with the Shure. What, 1.5
Yeah.
for the price of these 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even if you have to go with a smaller one or a less expensive camera than a pod mic, not camera, my bad, microphone than a pod mic, you know, there's ways that you can help improve that quality and stuff. And one of the main things is, you know, absorbing the echo, the sound and stuff. You can do it with blankets. You can go inside of a closet, you know, because you have clothes that are hanging in your closet. Go sit in the closet. It's only audio. Ain't nobody looking at you, you know.
Right.
Just sit in the closet and let the clothes that are around you absorb that sound.
Believe it or not, that was one of the first places where I started recording music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know, you take your laptop, you walk into your mom's closet, because everybody's mama got a closet and a half full of clothes. Just make sure you find the thicker clothes to separate and record through. That way, again, it absorbs that music. If you got to be that in the closet person, I think I can say that safely. Let me put that in air quotes. If you have to be that person that has to record in the closet, who cares? You record it in the closet, not caring what other people think, will take you a whole lot further than, well, I can't record enough because people gonna know. Nobody's gonna know where you recorded your audio unless you tell them.
Exactly.
So I just had to get that out.
And listen, if you record it in the closet, I don't know why we're going with this one, but okay. I would prefer you to record in the closet with some great audio than you sitting out there at the bus stop. Don't nobody want to hear that.
Nobody.
So yeah, go in the closet.
Bus going by.
I mean, it's okay to be out of the closet too, but you go in the closet and record your audio. That's it.
Yeah. At least get some headphones so you can at least check.
And hear exactly. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yes,
at
to
least
hear
be
what you
able-
sound like.
Yeah, hear what you sound like. Hear what everybody else is gonna sound like. Now, granted, you can take that audio file and you can put it into a recording program or upload it to certain websites, and they will enhance the audio, remove the background. But I will say, for the free ones, don't expect it to sound like you paid an actual audio engineer $100, $200, $1,000
Right.
when it comes back. Good thing is it's for free. You didn't have to pay. You can check it, but just don't expect to have a great audio file from something that's free. Certain things you're gonna have to pay. If you already record music, you've got Fruity Loops, you've got Cubase. Shoot, if you even have Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, you can drop that audio in there and you can still mix it. Because if you got Premiere Pro, 9 times out of 10, you have Adobe Audition. It's all created in there. It's all put in there. If you've got DaVinci, you've got if I'm remembering correctly, the Fairlight tab.
Okay.
And you go
I don't
in
know
there.
nothing about
you
that
can-
one.
Yeah, oh, never mind. It's video.
Well, I will say this. Now, if you have Mac, you got GarageBand.
You have GarageBand.
Free.
And it came with your system.
Yeah, you record right into GarageBand, and you can see it. You can see your audio levels. You can do all of that there. So yeah, there's some good free software available
Yes.
to record. Yeah,
Just make sure you check your audio before you press record. And
make sure you press record.
Make sure you press that record button. To let the inside joke out, we recorded a whole episode, and I didn't press record on the board.
Yo, I was awesome on that episode too. I gave y'all a lot of entertainment. That's why I have none now, because I used up all my reserve then. And the man didn't even press record.
Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. So yeah, software, you can get software. There's free stuff. There are things that are paid. And again, base everything on your budget.
Absolutely.
Don't go broke trying to do a podcast.
Please don't.
Please don't go broke.
Now because you have to be able to sustain yourself, right? Now, yes, we talked about in the previous episode. There's $2 billion in AdSense or advertising dollars. Yep. You ain't getting that $2 billion today if you start your podcast today. So don't go broke. Now you're going to have to be consistent. Consistently producing your podcast and putting it out there for you to be able to build your following in your community. But do it within your means, because yes, GarageBand is free with your Mac if you already have one. Mm-hmm. The other softwares that are possibly out there, you can use those as well. And then even when it comes to the hosting platform, because you're going to need somebody to host your podcast, right? So, we talked about the platforms or the listening platforms, the top 3 being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music, but you need a hoster to be able to syndicate to all these platforms. Now, we use Buzzsprout. Again, they are not sponsoring us. That's just who we use, and that's the experience that I'm familiar with. Buzzsprout has a free version. With that free version, you can I think it's about 2 hours a month of free that you can host on there. If you get above the 2 hours, now you got to start paying these people. So you're talking about what, $12 a month or something like that. If it's not within your wheelhouse, make sure that you need to be doing 20-minute episodes. That way you can get several. I don't know the math off the top of my head, but you can get several episodes in within that 2 hour window if you got to go with the free version, right? But now the caveat to that, though, so they're giving you free 2 hours per month, but that episode only lasts for 90 days. So it gets deleted. Wow. Yeah. You have to pay for it to be stored. Because, see, listen, when you first record your podcast, just like this is our, episode 3, ain't nobody watching it. They come later. We produce it now, and then the viewership comes later. The free part of that hosting site, I doubt very seriously you're going to get a huge following within 90 days unless you just, very special superstar,
You marketed that thing
Yeah.
very, very well.
Right. And even still, you don't want it to be deleted and gone out of the stratosphere within 90 days. So you're probably just going to have to go ahead and pay for that service, because if you pay the $12 a month or pay for it annually, it now stays there forever. They don't ever delete it, So, yeah, there's some free hosters out there, but it comes at a cost. So just looking at the research and weighing the pros and the cons of each.
Add that in your budget. That definitely needs to be in your budget, because again, 90 days.
Yeah.
That's...
And that could have been some of your best work. It's probably not, because let me tell you that too. I'm sorry, I'm going off a little subject, on a little tangent here. Listen, your first podcast is going to be trash. Everyone's is. It's okay. It's really for you to work out the kinks for yourself. So, maybe you can let the first 3 go to the abyss, but because you're really just practicing it. And don't be afraid to show your personality and practice and get comfortable with it, because, again, your first ones, they're going to be trash. And in all honesty, ain't nobody listening to them first ones anyway. So figure out your lane. That's all. I'm sorry.
And please, for the sake of everybody, add that personality. Don't get on there and be like, yeah, so this is my podcast. And, my name, Tay, today.
Today.
And don't do that. Don't do that. Like, and all of this is in the equipment space, right? Get your audio, get your person. I will say, add personality to the list of things that you need to get and have as far as equipment, because a lot of people don't equip themselves with the pot. You see that?
I see what you did there.
With the personality. Like, this is us being natural.
Right.
And I know I say like a lot, but that's me.
He does. In real life. IRL. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not just sitting here like putting on a face, putting on what they call it, a facade. Is that the right word?
Facade. Yeah.
Facade. Because it starts with a P.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not just sitting here putting on a character. You meet me in person. This is how I am. Good day, bad day. This is me. So add that to your list of essentials. That needs to be. Let me get off my soapbox.
All right. Yep.
Let's get off my soapbox.
Let's reel them back in.
Yeah. Let's come back. So yeah, make sure you have these certain things. You need to have a mic. You need to have some way or where to record. You need to have, not necessarily, but headphones so you can hear back. And am I missing anything? Because those are really the main 3 things you would definitely want. A mic, somewhere to record.
And then the headphones, like you said. And then you need the computer, right? Whether you're PC or Apple, you have to have your computer so you can do your edit. Because you honestly, I say you have to have it, but let's be clear. You can record audio on your cell phone too, on your smartphone. Right. You can plug into that. You just told y'all about microphones that plugs into your cell phone, so you can record there as well. But as long as you have a device where you can do the final edit, and the edit is not that difficult, people.
No, especially if you streamline your podcast. Don't have too many pauses in it. Don't have, kids knocking on the door, the wife or husband kicking in the door. What you in here doing? Things like that. If you get your script together, you get everything together before you sit down and press record, which I think is something else that should be added to the list of essential equipment. Equip yourself. Make sure you are prepared. Make sure you are ready. If you're one of those people that can just have bullet points and go, do it. If you need bullet points for your bullet points, do it. But make sure you are prepared, especially if you have to record on your phone. Like Samsung has editing software. I think it's like Samsung Audio, Samsung Recorder. And most people that I've heard of do this on their iPhone. I don't know what the app is, but it's on that phone.
I don't either.
Yeah, but it's there. You can record straight to your phone. You get these little $8, $10 mics from TikTok. Plug it up to your phone. record what you got to record. Worst case scenario, you go on a website like Fiverr and you send the audio out to somebody else. I mean, it's called Fiverr, which is pretty much $5. Well, at least it used to be. Certain things now cost more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. Just shameless plug. They not sponsoring us either.
Sure ain't.
They definitely not sponsoring us. But we cool. So once you get all of that, that's when you really start focusing on editing.
Mm-hmm.
You pressed record. You made it all the way to the end. You're satisfied. Again, it's your first episode. Go
celebrate.
Celebrate. Go take a break. Take a break to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I
see what you did. Yeah.
Take a break to celebrate. That way you can work off all the nervous jitters and you can say, I accomplished something. Because I tell you, doing video and trying to record yourself, trying to do a vlog, me personally, the most difficult thing to do is to press record.
I agree with that. I agree.
It's simple.
I agree.
But it's difficult because it's like, oh, I'm not ready. You start having self-doubt. And I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I got to say this. Make sure when you do sit down, you don't sit down and be like, yeah, I'm about to do it. And be like, but should I really do it? Yes. You should. Yes.
Get that trash episode out the way today.
It out the way. You'll feel great about it.
Yeah.
If you feel like re-recording it, that's fine. But the biggest thing, press that record button. Get that first episode done. Because that's what we're talking about right now. Get it done. When you edit it, don't be your biggest critic, because you will be. Don't hone in on, oh man, ain't nobody gonna listen to this. Because the way you feel about your episode is the same way everybody else is gonna feel about it. Regardless of what it is. And I know I'm going off on a tangent again.
You good.
As long as you spend time doing something, you got to put your all in. If you didn't put your all in it, people are going to hear that you didn't put your all in it. People are going to see that you didn't put your all in. I feel like I'm preaching a little bit.
You are.
But I'm just thinking, like, because I know when I record and I get to the editing part, it's like self-pity, self-doubt. You call everybody, man, I just did this dang video, bruh. I don't know. And what do we normally say to people that call us with that? Just edit it.
Yes.
Send me the final copy. Re-record it. But let me dial back. Let me reel y'all back in. As a matter of fact, let me reel myself back
in.
When you go to edit, take a break to celebrate. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. You take that break. When you come back with fresh ears, and I can guarantee you that episode will sound way better than what you initially thought it was. It's going to be great. You go in, you sit down, you listen to it. If you're like me, I edit as I go. You cut out all the dead space. You cut out all the ums and all the uhs. And that way, unless that's how you talk, like me. Because I say and a lot. And like a lot. But for me, that's natural. But if you sit there and it's like, dang, I lost my place. Yes, make sure you cut that out. Don't put that in your final edit. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on these other softwares, on your computer, laptop. I think you can even download certain things on a tablet. You know, especially if it's like Mac and Adobe.
Okay.
You know, and I think DaVinci just got something on iPad.
Y'all see, he's starting to talk to himself now.
I'm going
now. Let me give y'all.
My bad, y'all.
So
my bad.
He gave y'all the editing piece. Let me wrap all of this up in a step-by-step guide, right? So, first, figure out what you want to talk about.
Yes.
Second, so the niche. Figure out what you want to talk about, a.k.a. the niche. Second, get your equipment. You know, that's your microphone, that's your recording device, whether it's your cell phone or your computer. Get your headphones. Now I want you to take yourself to the quietest place in your house. If that's, you know, your sunroom. No, because Bird's going to be over there. See, look, I'm pulling the tape. No, the Bird's going to be over there. Go in the closet. Go wherever the most quiet place is.
That doesn't echo.
That does not echo. You need to have these soft fabrics and things around you. Carpeted floor. If not, get a rug. Something to soften that room as much as possible, right?
Yes.
Now that you're in this quiet place, hit record and talk. Do your episode. Don't think too much about it. Do not get analysis paralysis. Record and just go in. Once you stop recording, what they say, take a break to celebrate.
Take that break.
All right. Now you come back to it. You're getting to the editing space. Now you're removing dead air. You're removing ums and ahs. And then any mess ups that you've said in there, take that out. Then you listen to it. And you celebrate again. Hey, I've got my first episode completed.
Yes.
Now, where do we go from there, Tay?
So, let me see. So we got your niche. You recorded. You took that break. I think the next thing at this point,
load that bad boy.
I was about to say publish it.
That's it. Same difference. Yeah, you got to load it and then publish it. That's better because you're giving the whole process. Publish that thing, load it to that platform, and publish it, and walk away.
Just wash your hands with it.
Yeah, it's just that easy.
And again, work that in your budget. Work that in your budget as well. Your budget doesn't have to be $5,000. It doesn't have to be $2,000. Because again, we're only really talking about the audio the audio factor of it. When you get into video, we'll get into that in a later episode. But just for the audio, I'll throw this out there too. If you have a camera and you want to start, it's just you right now. Sit that camera up. If you got a second camera, as a matter of fact, your iPhone, use that as a second camera. I'm just gonna throw this out there right now, but we'll go into details about.
But to your point, hey, even if you don't have a camera, I like you gave them that idea. If you don't have a camera and you're recording your audio on your iPhone, record the video too, because you're plugging your microphone in there. You can do to record the video and
straight to it.
Yeah,
Yeah. 2 for 1.
That's right.
Y'all wasn't needing to know that this episode, but ching, drop a little coins right there.
And what's your acronym? Your KISS.
Keep it simple, sir or ma'am. So yeah, KISS or kiss 'em. Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
To account for that ma'am, that kiss 'em.
Yeah, kiss 'em.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it simple. Everything.
Yes.
From pre-production to actual production to post-production. Keep all of that simple. If you don't know what that is, pre-production is you planning, hey, what's my niche? What's this? What are we going to talk about? What's the structure of my show? Production is you actually recording it. Post-production is your edit. And then publishing is the final step, and you walk away, pat yourself on the back, and get ready for episode 2.
And make sure episode 2 comes sooner than later.
Absolutely.
Because if episode 1 does take off, what are your listeners going to catch on to next?
Don't make them wait.
Don't make them wait. Don't make them wait. Think about how movies come out a year after the first trailer that you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Don't make me wait. I'm waiting to see Miles Morales again. I like that Spider-Man animated.
Not my world.
Again, here we go.
I don't know.
Some people are waiting on Power to come back on. I think The Shy just came back on. Okay. But long story short, what I'm trying to get at is don't make people wait. That's different because that's TV. Mm-hmm. Give them that next episode immediately. Be ready to release that. Put that first episode out there. Go ahead and drop that second episode. Go ahead and drop that third episode. Do not wait for people to chime in to your podcast. Oh, I listen to your podcast. Don't wait for people to tell you they heard it. Continuously give them something to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Listen, your voice matters, so you need to dive in. You need to have fun and let your podcast journey begin. And make sure you begin that journey with us. You started by watching this video. Now you just need to follow us. What is it? Subscribe. See, I'm trying to learn these things. Subscribe, like, and share. Trying to remember to ask y'all to do that because we want to build community over here. That's what we're here for, to help you all, guide you all on this journey, and we want to be a part of the journey with you. So I am your boy, Shamar, Tay's trusted sidekick.
And I'm Tay, the studio manager at Charlotte Podcast.Studio. Reach out to us. The website is charlottepodcast.studio. The email to get in contact with us is info at charlottepodcast.studio. We look forward to hearing from y'all. Just make sure you give us that thumbs up. If you didn't like this, hit that thumbs down button twice. And we'll greatly appreciate both of them. So until the next episode, we'll catch y'all in the next one.
All right, peace.